Hello wonderful people, my name is Valentine Muga and welcome to Talk It Show. Hello great people, it's the new year, it's a new energy in the zone. We're back at it again on Talk It Show with your host Valentine Muga, and welcome. Today on the show with us I have one beautiful person who is going to introduce herself with us in about a minute and take it on.
Hi, my name is Habiba Juma. So glad to be here, and I'm looking forward to get to answer some few questions and also get to interact and learn from this. Thank you.
As you all know, on Talk It Show, it's all about empowering lives, inspiring lives, and mentoring out here lives of young people. And today with us on the show, we have one person who's Habiba, is going to inspire all of us with her amazing story about her initiative. And yeah, I'll let you tell us more about your initiative. I heard about it and it was mind-blowing. It's good for everybody else outside here to actually know what young people are doing outside here.
Okay. Thank you once again for this opportunity. So Soraya, it's an initiative that deals with young mothers, strictly girls who dropped out of school from both primary and high school, and also mentoring and coaching girls who are in high school and primary school. Okay, Soraya was mainly founded by two friends, Fauzia Omar and me, Habiba Juma. So we were just two friends trying to see how we can build our community and also change lives. And we tried to find out something that we can both do it and see that we impact lives. And we came up with this idea. So we started doing food drive in Kibra. Early when Corona started, then for some time we also decided to take it serious and build something that will grow and reach to different regions and maybe out of the country. So that is Soraya. So with Soraya, we started with a few young mothers from Mathare who dropped out of school from both primary and high school, and we decided to train them and give them skills on businesses, and also coach and mentor girls who are in school for them to stick in school, focus with their study, and supporting them with the various things that they might need in order to focus and continue with their study. And with the young mothers, we provided them with business training, intensive one, for 6 months. So with the businesses, they come up with their businesses ideas, we nurture it and we help them think it through it, grow it, and after finishing the period of the training, we graduate them and look for funds that help them start their businesses as we monitor them.
Okay, so allow me to take a little bit back. When you mentioned it was you and your friend beginning this initiative, how old were you and your friend at that point? As in, was that the very point that you guys started thinking about we can actually come up with this foundation? Was it your idea, or was it both of you finding yourself speaking about the same thing and the same passion, and you decided, well, why don't we do this?
Okay, we all had different ideas of things that we could do together. Then there was this day we were traveling, and we had a long conversation on the ideas that we both had, and I happened to share with her my idea, and is it unfortunately or luckily, she was also thinking about the same thing. So we decided, why don't we focus with this, because we all have passion on doing this, so we can just sit down, strategize things, and think on how we can start this and make it happen.
Oh, nice. So I'm just thinking, the reason why I asked what stage are you in life is, wasn't there any fear of, can I really do this? Will it work? Am I old enough? or am I not that young? Do I still have to focus on other things of my own? Will this not take a bigger chunk of me while doing this? Or that was not a threat for you? You guys had it all together. It was all figured out for you.
Okay, I'll say since I have experience with working with community, so for me, I started doing these activities way back when I finished my high school. So I went through.
When was that?
2017. So when I finished my high school in 2017, I joined there's an institution in Kebra. I went through 4 months intensive training.
If you don't mind, what institution is that exactly?
It's called Tunapanda.
Okay.
So I went through tech design and business. After that, I went to advance my tech skills in Moringa. If you know it, it's a programming school. So after going to Moringa and finishing it, I came back to Tunapanda to give it back to the community. So I started training even people who are older than me. I started training them, and with that I came to learn on how to deal with such people, and also learn to accept community and try to think out of the box to come up with solutions that can help change lives. So when I decided to focus with this, I knew that this is what I'm going to stick with it. No matter what comes, or no matter what challenges we face, this is what I'm going to face, and this is what I'm going to stick with it. So I was not afraid that this will maybe reach at a point and it will collapse or anything. I was not afraid of that. And the good thing is my friend believed in me, and since she knows the experience I got from what I was doing, and it's what I'm doing till now. So she believed in me, and she was willing to support me in everything that I was to come up with, or I was to think of doing it. So we just decided and let it happen.
One beautiful thing that I find about your story, or her story, is that she actually, it's not something that she just woke up and was like, yo, I want to do this. It's something that, as per what you're explaining, you had it in mind all along. You had it in your heart. Because even as per the programs that you were engaging in, and the community work, as you have said, it kind of formed a background on what you knew you wanted. And as you said, you had your heart in it. So liwe liwalo, you were like, this is actually going to work, and I'm going to stick by this. And how beautiful it is to have friends who believe in you. My friend out there, make sure you have the right friends who believe in you, believe in your dream, and can actually support you all the way. Like Fauzia, you said she was called Fauzia.
Yes.
Yeah, like Fauzia, that's a very legit friend. I've gotten a little bit curious about the institution that you went in Kibra. How did you know about it?
That one is a long story. Maybe we can focus on it later on.
Okay.
But I was going through some of their program, and from the program, I happened to be the leader of the program that they were conducting, and I wouldn't say they liked me, but the way I was pushing myself and coming up with ideas, it inspired them. So they were willing to help me nurture my talent and everything that I want to focus on by giving me this chance to come and study with them immediately I finish my high school.
That's nice. It shows when you push yourself to work at something, it does not go unnoticed. So youths out here, I hope you're hearing this story. It's good to always dedicate yourself to whatever area of life or field you're in, because you never know who is watching, who is noticing, and where it will actually get you to. So back to Soraya, your initiative. You said you started off when you started off, you did, first of all, you did food drives, and you did it in the period where there was Corona. Which places exactly did you go to, and how did you manage it? Because me, I remember season ya Corona, everyone was just, things are not working out, we don't have enough funds to push our projects through, things were going down for majority of the people, and it was kind of a scary place to be in. and things were not that affordable, especially with the families who are living in substandard areas, and things are not very affordable for them. How did Soraya initiative manage to actually have a food drive going on at such a time?
Okay, it was a tough time. We can't lie about that. It was just this morning when I woke up and I felt like I need to do something, and I wasn't sure like if it's going to work, but I was hopeful. So I just texted some of my friends, hey guys, just woke up and this idea just popped up into my head. What do you think about it? Then people were like, yes, it's a nice idea, we'll support you where we can. Then they just told me, why don't we create a group? So I created a group, I dropped the idea there, and people were like, yes, we'll chip in, we'll help other people to, we'll help spread this and for you to get support from other people. So we started contributing. Someone could just send 100 shillings, someone could send 10,000. So people were just sending money. Then after we collected the amount of the money that I wanted, I went and do shopping, and I brought it back to my place. Some of my friends came to help me distribute it. We packed it into different sizes for different families. Then we started distributing them around Kibra.
One thing about you is that I find your conversation very candid, because she was honest enough to admit that she can't lie that it was easy. It wasn't easy, and that is one thing that many people don't want to admit out here, that in order for an idea to actually work, you're never really sure what will happen. You're never really sure if this is going to come through. I wanted it to be heard from you so that it's actually real. You can't, nobody has it all figured out successfully. There are a lot of what if voices. They are always there, right? Yeah, you said you texted some of your friends. It ended up in forming a group. It ended up with people contributing. She could not do it alone. She needed other people, and for those other people to actually come in, it needed her to take that step of faith, to reach out and to do something. And that is what we actually want with youth outside here. If you have an idea, you don't need all to figure it out at once by yourself. You just have to take that step of faith, believe in it, and do something. I guess one other thing that I'd like, as we continue, the clarity. How did it now transit from food drive to now focusing on the young mothers?
Okay, just the way I said it, early when Corona started, there's this friend of mine, he's also outside Kenya, he's from UK. So I was into modeling that time, and he told me that, why don't you come up with something that's unique from the rest of the people you know around you? Then I was like, okay, I need to figure it out, though I just can't pop it out right away, but I need to take my time, figure out some things, try and do my research and see like this is what I want to focus with. So he was pushing me, and he wanted me to see the bigger picture of anything that I was thinking about. So the way he was pushing me is the same reason that made me believe in the food drive thing I did. And with that, there's also a case that erupted of girls getting pregnant. Early Corona when it started, girls were getting pregnant, like even a class 4 girl could just get pregnant with the boda guys. So I was like, this is so pissing. It was pissing me off. Then I thought of, why don't I come up with something that could prevent this? So when coming to share with my friend, she was also thinking of the same thing. So we were in the same page. So we focused on the same thing and tried to make it happen. It was tough at the first time. I remember the first activity we were planning to do. We created a poster, and we opened an account in Mchanga, and it was so unfortunate that we only got 1,000 bob, and the 1,000 bob was from a few friends of mine who sent maybe 200, 300. Anything was appreciated, and we really appreciated that. But we were hoping that maybe we could get something that it's so big that can help us build something nice or start something so intensive, but at least we started somewhere. So we didn't give up. We continue posting the poster. So there's another friend of mine. I have a lot of friends. Sorry.
Okay.
So
they seem to be good friends.
There's another friend of mine. She supported me to study. So she was paying my school fees and everything. And I happened to meet her and told her what I was thinking and what I was planning to do. She was so happy and she was so proud of me. Then she said, I want to help. I want to help you to make this thing happen. So I went back to my friend Fauzia and told her that I went to my friend and we spoke this and this and this, and she said she's willing to help someone. So I told her I'm going to share with her the poster, and I believe she can do something. So she was not communicating until the last minute, like a day to the event is when she communicated. So when I shared the poster, I was texting her, hey, what's going on? Why are you? What's your response? Like there was no response. I was worried. She was worried. It was hectic. But we didn't give up. So a day before the event, she responded and she asked me, how much did you get? And I told her, I only have 1,000 from Enchanga and 2,000 for my friend Fauzia and 2,000 for me. That's the only money I have. Then she asked me, do you have a budget? I told her, yes, I have a spreadsheet with all the budget and requirement that I want. I can share with you. Then I shared with her. She asked me, what do you want? I took that chance. I told her, I want this amount of money. I want to get this and this and this and this. Then she told me, immediately tomorrow, before you go for the event, I'll send you the money. I was happy. We were happy with Fauzia. So in the morning, she actually sent it around 5 in the morning. That was so early. So I just woke up, I called Fauzia, we went and do shopping. We brought it to Olympic, to Napanda, where I do spend most of my time there. So my friend from there, they helped me to pack it, and my mother came. We packed it in the car. We drove to Mathare. So that was our first event, and it was awesome. Like it was an amazing event that I can't forget about it. Like when we got there first, I got late because of traffic. So luckily Fauzia was there, and there's also another team of mine from Mathare who helped me to bring the girls together, because you just can't go to an unknown place, then you start something without acknowledging the people around you. So that's another initiative in Mathare. I can't remember the name, but I'll let you know maybe once we are done. So that organization in Mathare, they helped me prepare the girls and also bring the girls together. So when I was, because I told you I got late, so immediately when I arrived, I found that things were already conducting themselves even without me being there. It was so awesome. Like I was not expecting that. I actually cried. I came, we brought the packages from the car, we placed it there. Then I found the girls were being already trained, and activities, they were doing activities. I don't know who brought a camera guy. I don't know, because I had my own camera. There was some few camera guys there. There was a lot of people who were coming to help, and I didn't ask. It just happened, and it was one major event that even those people around that place were just happy, and they were so glad that we chose their area. So it was nice.
Wow. Guys, if that was not mind-blowing by now, for me, I'm so moved. And what moves me so much is that you could have given up when it was only 1,000. I mean, that was because obviously planning for such events usually intensive. 1,000 it's obviously it can't work any budget. Like that would be maybe 2 girls sponsoring, only 2 girls at most. And with only that, with Mchanga posted everywhere, that was so discouraging. But who are you? We decided no, it's not over. And I mean, that's what I keep telling. When you make the right moves, doors open. But when you give up and just let things be, things will just be zitakwoma. But when you take that step of faith and be like, no, be aggressive. What I like about your story, it shows you are aggressive in your personality. You don't settle for, no, it's done. Now this is over. Me, I can't do this anymore. In your story, you keep on mentioning, I reached out to this. I know it wasn't working. We were worried. I was worried. But again, I reached out to this. So I think that is one thing that we can all take home about reaching out and not giving up. I find that so solid in your story. And with now the first event down, wow, everything is okay. What was your next step? How did it end up into a training? How did it end up into having, you know, the program, the business program? How did it all trickle down to that?
Okay, so the main agenda for the event was to bring the girls together, to let them know that this is Soraya, and Soraya is willing to work with you, and we chose you, and you're going to help you change your lives. So it was just an open event for them to get familiar with everything and to prepare them for the next activities that we'll be having. So after that, after the event, we took like 2 weeks off without visiting them. Then we communicated that we're going to start our training next week, so prepare and come. So when we, after communicating with them, when the day reached, we went and we met the girls. Actually, they were there early waiting for us, so they were happy, and we brought some few notebooks for them, pen, sanitary pads and books for those who are in school. And immediately we started our training. So the first 2 months, the training was just to understand yourself, like the personal training, to understand yourself, to understand who you are, your community, people around you, what do you want to do in your life, like to basically understand where you want to go and what you want to achieve. So it was a nice experience for them for the first 2 months, because they got to learn about friendship, they got to learn about bad company, and they also got to learn how to speak, to stand for themselves, and also they got to learn to express themselves if they are not okay, and also to reach out if they need something. So after the first training, it's then we split it into 2, because the ones who are in school, we can't take them to business training because they're in school. So we decided that Fauzia will focus with the one who are in school, and Fauzia is more friendly with kids, more than me. Yes, I love kids, but sometimes I'm tough. So Fauzia was well enough to handle them, and I felt like it will be good for me to handle the young mothers, because I know how to deal with other people. Yeah, let me say that. So we split the team into 2, and every time we were meeting, Fauzia will meet the kids and I will meet the girls. So I was doing my own training, she was doing her own training. After the training, we bring them together. So it was like an open 1 hour discussion. Like if the ones who are in school, they have questions, they can just pop it out. The ones who dropped out can answer it. So it was a nice peer experience, because if, for example, a girl who dropped out has already gone through a lot, right? And she can actually tell the one who is in school, like, if you do this and this and this is where you end up. So focus, you have that chance, focus, use it well. So it was also opening the other girls who are in school there, it was opening their eyes, like, this is not where I want to be. I need to focus. And we were just open with them. Like you could just see someone standing, hey, mimi ni sister yenyu na mimi ni sister yenyu mkubwa, kenye nimepitia siwezi taka mpitie, na maisha yangu saizi si ati mimi nataka, ni Mungu ndo amenifanya nikafika hapo, na si regret cause nimejijua na nataka kujichange. So it was inspiring because you could see from the eyes of the younger ones, they were concentrating, they were attentive, and they were really taking what they were told. So it was just so nice. And even after they graduated, the other girls who were in school, they were like, oh, so what now? But they
already missed them.
Yes, because it was a connection. Yeah.
Wow, that's so beautiful. The story keeps on getting even more beautiful and I'm loving every part of it. I hope you're enjoying it as well. So these people, they actually, you told me about, so okay, with the curriculum you mentioned for Zia was training the other ones and you were training, how did you come up with the curriculum? By the time you guys were starting off, everything was set. Like you guys, you had already sat down, you had already said, this is what you're going to be doing, this is the materials that you'll be having. Like, were you that organized? Like you guys, even before you went and told those kids, gather them, this is what we have in store for them. You guys had already have everything in set, or the curriculum was being made as you continue with the training? Because I'm imagining there's somebody out here who's actually planning on an initiative, who's trying to get out of the comfort zone, trying to deal with the challenges, and she's like, wait, so how did this person actually have a system? People are graduating. Where are the facilitators coming from? They have so many blanks. I'm sure you're out there. I'm sure this question is for you guys, you know, and they're asking, slow down girl, how did you reach there?
Okay. I wouldn't say we had everything in planned. When we first started meeting and discussing this, we had different topics and different ideas on what we want to focus with. So with the young mothers, she went and came up with 10 points. I went and came up with 10 points, and also for the kids. So we just dropped it, all of them, on the table, and we decided that this is what you're going to focus on, and this is what you're going to focus on the other team. So it was not fully furnished, but as we grew and as we did more training, we started expanding things and also adding things. Because at first, when we started this, our main focus was to help them understand themselves and also come up with something which we were not sure yet that will help the young mothers be independent. So we were not sure yet, but we had a business idea of training, and we didn't have all the resources for us to use for the business training. So we decided to start with what we have, and as we grow, we do more research. We also reach out to other people to come up with ideas and build something. So after that, after focusing with that and finishing the first 2 months, it's now when I decided to bring another friend of mine.
Yet another friend, guys.
Yes, that's another good friend. Very nice. So she's called Maureen Mora. She actually trained.
Just a minute, guys. I don't know what your circle of friends are. Mnasikia marafiki watu wako nao huku nje. Those circle of friends, I hope they're doing you good. Okay, let's continue.
So, Maureen Mora, she actually trained me. She trained me on tech, building website with WordPress, and she also trained me on business. I can say she's my mentor, because sometimes when I'm not okay, she's I could just go and tell her anything I want, and we are just open with each other. So she's a nice soul. So I told her first, when I told her about this, she was like, I know you, I know the type of person you are, but let me just leave it there. She didn't believe that Soraya could reach where she came and saw it. So after telling her this, and I told her that we are almost done with the first training of our program, so we want to incorporate business training. And because you're working with Somo Africa, I don't know if you know Somo Africa.
Tell me about it.
So Somo Africa, it's an organization also in Kibra, Mathare and Korogocho, Kariobangi, like it's a big organization. They help train youth with the business training, and also they fund businesses. And she was also training there, so she's well versed with the business stuff, and her skill is dope. So when I told her, then she was, I'm in for it.
Wow.
I'll help you where you need me, and I'll try and give it my best. Though I can't promise 100, but I'll stick with you. Then I decided, like, this is now the first week, we're going to start this, we're going with you. She has never been there, so I took her. When I took her, she was shocked, like, damn, Habiba, this is you. Then I told her, yes, this is our girls, and this is my work, and Fauzia, now you're on board, take it from there. She was happy, she was willing to support the girls, and actually the young mothers loved her so much, because she gave them the best training, the best business training, because I was also helping her where she needed my help in business. I could give it, but she was the one who did the whole business training. Yeah, and the girls were happy because they learned a lot from her. Yeah.
So how many girls exactly graduated from that first cohort?
So we decided to, because it's a starting thing, and we all depend on our pockets. Know that there is someone there like trying to help us or donating money to us to do this, and it is just from our pocket. So we decided to start with a smaller number, then as time goes by we can now focus on a bigger number. So we decided to start with 35 girls. So 20 young mothers and 15 girls from both primary and high school. So with the young mothers, we started with them. Some of them, you know, when you're starting something, not everyone will believe in you, and not everyone will believe in what you're doing. Even if it's something that it's going to benefit them, they will not believe in them unless they see it's something coming out of it, like actual things. Like that's how our African we believe, or our head is designed to believe, which is not good. Because I believe if you see an opportunity, and that is me, that's why I'm saying it. If I see an opportunity and I'm worth the opportunity, I grab it and go. I don't look back. I don't think of, oh, I might lose it on the way. No, I'll just lose it there. I grab and go.
Fall forward. It's called falling forward.
I grab and go, and that's the spirit that's pushing me, and it's the same spirit that get me to where I am right now.
Wow, incredible.
So like we start with the other girls didn't drop, but some of them joined high school, so they were not able also to commit like every time we were meeting, and we understand that because we also reach out to them every now and then to check how they are, what they need. And with the other young mothers, so when they started the business training, some of them dropped. I don't know, they felt like it was so intensive for them, and some people are just designed not to focus, like not to relate with maybe rules or something. I don't know how to put it, like naweza sema kichwa ngumu, lack of a better word. Like even if you want to help someone and they don't see it, they'll just leave it. So some of them left, they dropped, but we still keep in touch. And they also one time they call and they ask how I'm doing, and also ask I also ask them how they're doing, and we just interact.
It's actually lovely that even after, you know, they have not really continued with the program, they still find you approachable.
Yeah.
And they still want to actually check in. That shows something about you guys.
Yes. Because actually when some of them dropped, and also some of them got another pregnancy on the way, and they were like, oh, Aibu, like, no, they're trying to change our life, they're trying to teach us this, now I'm pregnant, they will judge me, so they drop. And I also reach out to them and try to convince them that no, you're not wrong, it's part of life, you're learning, and as time goes by you'll get better and improve yourself. So they were not willing to come in again until they finish the pregnancy process. So I understand, because I'm thinking of taking them back to the next cohort. And with the other ones who are patient enough and finish it, were like 15, but only 11 graduated.
Nice.
So with the 11 one, we did a small party for them with the rest of the team, and they were happy. And we are trying to outsource some funds to help them actually make their businesses idea real and live.
Nice. So probably there's someone out here who's watching, and you never know who's watching, so you could probably, you know, state it clearly. You Soraya, people, you now have 11 people who've graduated to so and so, and you can ask for the funds and where they can reach you if they want to talk to you. Probably this would be the right time for you to actually do that for Soraya initiative.
Okay. So we
focus on the camera.
We have our Instagram handle. It's called Soraya NYM. If you just DM me there, I'm the one managing the account, and also Fauzia is also managing the account. You can just DM and reach out. I'll get back to you immediately. Or if you don't get back, if I don't get back to you immediately, you can just reach out to me through my contact, like 0714 160 318, or you can also reach out to Fauzia. I'll just drop the number maybe after the show.
Yes, that's great. So back to Soraya. So when is the second cohort coming in? Maybe kuna watu wanataka kujoin wako huko nje wamesikia, hey, kuna Soraya and I'm struggling and I need to be motivated, you know.
Okay, with that, we were hoping to start early this Feb, but we don't want to rush things because we already graduated the first team and they are still waiting for funds to start their businesses, and we just can't move to the next team before accomplishing this. So we want to accomplish this, then move to the next team. So with this, some of the young mothers had an idea of maybe starting a salon. So we're trying to reach out to people, maybe to help either cash-wise or in-kind, maybe donating things like broad dry for the young mothers to start their businesses. Like, it's not all about money. What you can give to help someone change their life through it, or to help someone earn something from it, it's actually just enough for us. Yeah.
And of which, come to think of it, I think growing someone in aspect of investing into their business means not having to feed them every day. No, it's one thing to do a foods drive, but a foods drive cannot really sustain long.
Exactly.
Because it's you going to get it for them and feeding them. But when it comes to a business, this means long after you're gone, people, lives change, people move on to different things, but this person will have this salon still feeding them and their small baby who they're trying to nurture, and you'd be like, you know what, I couldn't have been here without being in Soraya initiative, their business, and you know how they started it off for me. So I think you're doing a great thing. It's actually very impactful. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
It's so nice. Now, apart from Soraya initiative, if you can just tell us a little bit more about yourself, who you are exactly, and apart from Soraya, what else do you do?
Oh, okay. Apart from Soraya, I'm doing a lot of things.
Which is great.
I'm a jack of all trade. Any opportunity that comes on my way,
grab,
I pick it
and go.
So I'm doing a lot of things. I'm into acting. I love acting and modeling. When I'm doing it, I feel so good.
Wow.
So I'm into acting, and I'm looking forward to be in a big series that's coming. You'll have a look at it. I've done I've been part of some of ongoing series in Kenya, and also did a lot of adverts. So with modeling, I focus on mostly with commercial, like adverts and promotions, like all those. And apart from modeling and acting, I'm also an IT trainer. So I train youth in Kibra. So basically what I do with them, it's training them on website, web development. Apart from web development, I'm also into training them business. And other than that, I also have my own small business. I sell dera, leso, the Swahili leso.
Nice.
Male shoes, the Maasai shoe for male and ladies. And I also sell oil, solid oil, the one that remove pimples from, I get them from Uganda. So I do that, but
whoosh,
my main focus is Soraya and acting.
Girl, all that in a young adult, guys. You're a youth out there, you keep saying, no, I can't do this. I don't think I'm fit enough. I don't think I'm well able. I'm still very young. I won't handle the pressure. This is evidence that as a youth, you can do so much more than what you actually think you can, and you can achieve worth more than you are actually dreaming of. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to have you in this show. You've been an inspiration. We are coming to those shops, by the way, kukuja kuangalia ni nini huko. But until next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed the show. It's your host, Valentine Muga, as always. Bye.
Bye.